Hello students. In this video, we are going to discuss about the IUPAC nomenclature for branch chain alkanes. Alkanes are saturated hydrocarbons which are having a single bond. So the first rule for naming of these is longest chain rule. Irrespective of the fact that the chain is drawn linear or zigzag, we have to consider that part which is the longest carbon chain. So let us say, take an example. If we consider this chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The chain is of hexane nature. But if we consider it in this form, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, then the longest chain becomes for 7 carbon. So which is having the longest chain? That is the one which is having the 7 carbons. So in spite of the fact whether it is written in a straight manner or a zigzag or a linear, we have to consider the longest chain for carbon atoms which are joined continuously. So in the first case, it is the 7 carbon chain which is called heptane in nature. Now the other thing, the lowest number to the branch. Now again, we can see first the longest chain. The longest chain is of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 carbons. But now we have to follow one more thing, that is the branch should be given the lower number. If we move from left to right, the branch got the 4th position. But if we move from right to left, the branch gets the 2nd number. So we have to, according to IUPAC system, we will follow that pattern in which the branch gets the lowest number. If one branch is present in case of alkane, then the branch should get the lowest number. We have to follow the long chain and then we will give the low number to the branch. Now coming to the other rule. It is known as lowest set of locant rule. Locant, that is the position for the various branches. It has to be shown. These are called the positional number. Locants are the positional number. So now in this case, the long chain is provided to us, which is of 5 carbon. This is the long chain, the 5 carbon. And there are 3 branches of methyl group, the 3 branches of CH3. Now we have to decide from which side we will going to number these. Now if we move from left to right, the branches are present on 2nd, 4, 4. 2nd number, 4 and 4. The longest chain is of 5 carbon. And the total comes out to be 10. But if we move from right to left, the branches are present on 2, 2 and 4. And the total comes out to be 8. So according to this rule, we have to follow that pattern in which the sum of the locants comes out to be the smaller one. So we will number the chain from this side. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. The longest chain of 5. And the branches are present on 2nd number and then the 4th number. So following the long chain, lower number to branch, but if the branches are more, then we will calculate the sum of these branches. Now comes the other rule. In the other rule, we are starting the naming part. First of all, we have numbered, we have identified the chain, we have identified the location of the branches. Now comes the naming part. In this case, the parent chain is of 4 carbon and there is a branch which is present for methyl. Methyl branch is present on the 2nd. So the branch is always prefixed. We always follow writing of branch in the prefix part, then number of carbon, which is also known as word root. This is known as the word root, and then followed with the type of the bond. So the branch is of methyl. We will write here as the name of the branch first. 2-methyl, putting a hyphen in between 2 and methyl, and then followed with the name 4 carbon, that is known as but, and bond is known as ane. So it becomes 2-methyl butane, naming of a simple branched alkane. Now coming to the next rule, which is the alphabetical order of the side chain. Now if there are various branches, we will, first of all, we will follow the longest chain. Longest chain is followed, then the branches have to be numbered also. 4, 5 and 6. The long chain is of 6. On 3rd number, there is presence of 2 carbon as a branch, which is the ethyl. And on second number, there is presence of a carbon, which is known as methyl. Now, if there are two branches present on the main carbon chain and we have to number it, then even we see that on second position, M-methyl is present. But we will follow the alphabetical order and will give, because ethyl comes before methyl, E comes before M in the alphabetical order. So we will name it as 3-ethyl, then 2-methyl, and since there are total 6 carbon, we will call it as hexane. 3-ethyl, 2-methyl hexane following the alphabetical order. Now, we have studied in the previous video about iso, neo, sec, tert. All these common names we have studied. Now, along with this alphabetical order, one thing should be kept in mind, that the prefixes iso and neo. Prefix iso and neo are considered a part of the fundamental name of the alkyl group, while the prefixes sec and tert are not considered the fundamental part of the alkyl group while following the alphabetical order. So let us see this point A by taking an example, because it will become much more clear than it. First of all, the longest chain and nearest number to branch. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 4, a carbon with 2 carbons are present. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. The total carbon chain is of 10 carbon. On the 5th, a branch is present, which is a 4 carbon branch. And on the 4th position, CH with CH3 whole twice. The students, we can write it in an open form also, as a CH is having 2 CH3. So we can write it as a CH with having 2 CH3. Can you identify which is this part? This in the common is known as isopropyl, while the one which is written down is known as sec-butyl or secondary butyl. So the parent is of 10 carbon. We know that the parent is going to be decane. The parent is decane. Okay, but first we have to identify, write the name of the branches in the prefix. Now, one of the branches given as iso. And we have we came to know that the iso is considered as the part of the fundamental main alkyl part. Now, fundamental name of the alkyl group. But the secondary is not considered. So, secondary part is not considered in the alphabetical order. So, we will see the alphabet B. Second, sec-butyl is present on which carbon? It is present on 5th carbon. So, we will write it as 5 sec-butyl. Then there is another branch of isopropyl, 4 isopropyl, and further we will write the parent name, that is decane. So remember this, if we are using iso and neo, then it is considered a part of name of alkyl group following the alphabetical order. But sec and tert are not considered for the same. Now the other rule. Numbering of the different alkyl group at the equivalent position. If the alkyl groups are present at the equivalent position, so let us first number it to see the equivalent positions are there or not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. The parent is of 7 carbon and the branches are present. 3rd ethyl and 5th is methyl. Okay, if I number it from this side, that is right to left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now, methyl is present on 3rd, ethyl is present on 5th. The total is same from both the side, that is 3 plus 5 is equal to 8. Order, the total locant rule, sum rule is complete here. But now both are present at the equivalent position. So now we will give it the name according to the alphabetical order. If both the different alkyl groups are present at the same location following the locant rule, then we follow the alphabetical order. So now we will call it by the name of 3-ethyl, then 5-methyl, and the parent is of 7 carbon, that is heptane. So now this rule is, if the total is same, then we will follow the alphabetical order. Now the other thing, if the same alkyl group is repeated at a number of positions. So we will follow the thing that if it is present twice, then we will call it as di. If it is present thrice, then we will call it as tri, 4, tetra. In this manner, we are going to repeat the same thing. So in this example, if we have to number it from right to left so that to maintain the lowest number to the branches also. Because the branches are present at 2, 2 and 4. So now this time, 2, 2, 4, all the branches are of methyl. So we will number it as, name it as 2, 2, 4. For 3, we are using the tri, which branch? Methyl. And for 5 carbon, we will be using the pentane. 2, 2, 4, trimethyl pentane. Now coming to the next one, and this is a very complicated, very difficult, and to be done with the thorough knowledge. Now, numbering of the complex substituent. If on the branch, on the main chain, a number of branches are possible, and the branch is also having branch on it, that is, it is a complex chain. So in that case, we have to follow the thing that the substituted alkyl part, the numbering of the carbon atom which is attached to the parent chain is done as 1. That is, the branch which is present, substituted branch which is present on the main chain, that carbon is considered as 1. So this is very important example. Let us see that how many carbons are there. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we go downward, it is 7, 8, 9, and 10. And on the on moving from left to right, it is the 9 carbon chain. So longest chain we have identified, and we are going to use the numbering from left to right because the branches are near from this. 2, 3, and 6. Now on 2 it is methyl. On 3 it is methyl. It is not at all a problem while naming this. But on the 6th position, there is presence of a branch which is having 3 carbon. And on the second number, again a methyl is present. So on the branch, a branch is already present. Such alkyl groups are called as the substituted alkyl group. And according to the rule, we will number 1 to that carbon which is attached to the parent chain as number 1. So now the naming start is, we have to follow the things 2, 3 dimethyl. Okay, methyl is repeated twice. 2, 3 dimethyl. Now while naming the complex chain, we have to follow the thing that we will write the name in the bracket also to avoid confusion with the parent chain. 2, 3 dimethyl. Then we will put a hyphen and put the number location on which the complex group is present. Now we will put a bracket here so that the complex alkyl group can be shown. Now on the 6th, a propyl chain is present, and on the propyl second part, methyl is present. So on the 6th location, propyl is present. But on the propyl second carbon, methyl is present. So we will number it as, on 6th, it is 2, methyl, propyl, closing the bracket. Now following the total number of carbon as 10, we will write it as decane. 2, 3 dimethyl, 6, there is a position of substituted alkyl group, 2 methyl propyl, decane. Now coming to the other complex chain. A chain in which more branches are present on the alkyl group. Now in this case, this is the substituted part. First of all, we will see from where, which side we have to do the numbering. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. The total carbons are 9. On the 5th, it is present in the middle, so we can number it from any of the side. There is a propyl branch, and on the second carbon of the propyl, 2 methyls are already present. So how we will number it? We will be moving to the 5th location. As told you just before, we will make a round bracket here. Tell the location of the substituted alkyl as 2, 2. Again, what we are going to write here is 2, 2. It is dimethyl. And this dimethyl is present on which alkyl group? It is propyl. All the things to be written in the round bracket. And then we will write as, it is 9 carbon. So we will write it as nonane. For 9 carbon, we use the carbon number as non. And since the bonds are single, it is known as nonane. This is about the complex chain. But one other example of this complex chain is if two complex substituents are of the same length. If two complex substituents are of the same length. In the previous one, it is different. It is of the 9 and the 8. So it is easy to identify the long chain. But in this example, if two complex substituents are of the same length, then the complex substituents with the larger number of alkyl groups, the one chain which is having larger number of alkyl group is to be considered as the real longest chain. So looking at this example, first of all, we will number and then we will identify. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Total 10 carbons. But if we move from left to right directly, it is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In this case, both the carbon chain are of 10 carbons. But according to the IUPAC system, we have to follow that side, which will give us larger number of alkyl groups forming the longest chain. So if we use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, then this type of chain will give me more number of branches, methyl, methyl, and this complex chain also. So by following this, we will be able to follow the longest chain as well as larger number of alkyl groups and the substituted chain also. So now numbering it is a difficult one because for the branch which is already substituted, we have to give first number to that carbon which is attached to the parent chain. So let us start giving the name as, it is the main name. The correct one is, on the 5th location, on the 5th, the substituted branch of butyl, B, butyl is present. So we will follow as 5, 5th position. On the 2nd is presence of ethyl, 5, 2 ethyl. Now ethyl group is present on which alkyl group? It is butyl. 2 ethyl butyl. Now we will close the bracket because our substituent part has been completed. Ethyl and B-butyl, all the lowest one are there. Then come the 3,3. On the 3rd position, there are 2 methyl. 3,3 dimethyl. And for the 10 carbons, what we are using, we will write as decane. So in the A part of this point, 8th point, this is when the chains are different and the substituents are having the more, the alkyl group is more substituted. So longest chain and the alkyl group substituted is considered. But in the other case, if the chain is equal from both the sides, then we will consider that chain which is having more number of branches on it. So these are the few rules that have to be followed while branching the, while we are considering the IUPAC name for the branched alkane. Now let us do some practice problems based on this thing, following the rules also. Now first one, a long chain is given and there are the branches also. So first we have to see from where we are going to number. If we are going from left to right, the branches are present on 2nd, 5th and 6th. 2nd, 5th and 6th. But if we are using from right to left, the branches are present on 3rd, 4th and 7th. That is 3rd, 4th and 7th. And from left to right, the branches are present on 2nd, 5th and 6th. We will follow the lowest locant rule. 7 plus 4 plus 3, that is 14. This side the total is 14. But 6 plus 5 plus 2, that comes out to be 13. So which side you are going to follow? It depends on the lowest sum rule. So we will follow from left to right. That is 2, 5, 6. 2, 5, 6. All the branches are same. 2, 5, 6, trimethyl And for the 8 carbons, we are going to use as octane. 6, 7, and 8. Total 8 carbons. Oct and single bond is ene. Now, one more example. You will try to do it yourself also. In this case, there are 2 branches. One is ethyl and the other is methyl. The longest chain from both the sides is to be considered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Total 7, and the branches on 3 plus 5, that is 8. But if we move from right to left, the branches again 3 plus 5, that is 8. So we have studied a rule that in such a case, if the branches are present on the same number location, that the total comes out to be same, then we will follow the alphabetical order on the basis of alkyl group. So this time we are going to number it as 3 ethyl, then 5 methyl, 3 ethyl, 5 methyl, and for 7 carbons, we will write it as heptane. So this is the numbering rule for alkyl chain, branch chain alkenes. Now comes the other one. In this one, there is a long chain which seems to be of 4 carbon. But if we move in a zigzag manner, if we move in a considering the longest chain rule, we find that these are the 2 carbons, CH2 and CH3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Because actually C2H5 is CH2 and CH3. So the longest chain is of not the 4 carbon, but of the 6 carbon. So what the names become? 3 methyl and 4 methyl. How we will write it as 3,4 dimethyl, and for 6 carbon we will write it as hexane. A number of students write it as 3,4 diethyl butyl, but follow the longest chain rule here. Now comes the other question. In this one, there are the various chain. First of all, we will see the longest chain rule and then the lowest number to the branch also. Longest chain, lowest number to the branch. So let us see in which direction the branches are minimum or maximum, and the longest chain is also followed. Okay. So numbering start, we will start with the numbering, considering all the facts here. If we number it from this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, these are the 7 carbons, and the branches are present as ethyl, methyl, ethyl. Okay, the branches are present on the 4th position it is ethyl, and on the 5th position. But if we number it from right to left, we will get some different numberings for it. Okay, so we will see that from which side the numbering will be more beneficial for us. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. In this type of numbering, the total is of 7 carbons, and the branch is present as on 3 and 4 it is ethyl, 3, 4 diethyl. On the 4th position it is present methyl, it is nearby same on both the sides. 3, 4 diethyl, 4 methyl. On the 4th position it is present methyl, and the total longest chain is of 7 carbons. So we will write it as heptane. 3, 4 diethyl, 4 methyl, heptane. Now the next example, it is given as CH3 whole thrice. So CH3 is not in the repeated form, it is present always at the corners of the last. See, first draw the open structure of it, then CH2, again CH2, then CH, CH3 branch, then CH2 and CH3. Now we will have to consider the long chain and the lowest number to the branch also. So we will be seeing that on which locations it is present, and the longest chain should also be followed. So let us see the location and the other things. It is very well seen that the branches are 1, 2, and 3. All the methyl, and we have to number it from left to right. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. That is heptane. It becomes 2,2,5 trimethyl 2,2,5 trimethyl heptane. So these are the practice things and the various examples we have done along with the rules when we have gone through. Basically, remember the longest chain, the lowest number to the branch. If the number of branches are more, then take out the total of it. But if the total comes out to be same, then we have to give the numbering from that side, from where the alphabetical order is smaller one. And if there are number of branches, then we will be using di, tri, tetra for the repeated alkyl groups. Okay, so till then, revise these things. We will be meeting in the other video. Then I will explain you about some double and triple bonded nomenclature. Stay safe, stay healthy.